Hey y'all, and welcome back to Morning Tea with Lee. I had to transition my intro. Are y'all overthinkers like me? Lately, I have been thinking about my son going to college, and I've been thinking about his transition and wondering if he will do the same thing that my daughter did, which is once he gets to college, he will begin to kind of pull away, not necessarily pull away, but just not need to talk to me as much as he normally does, and he will get a new friend group and it won't be me. I don't know how I feel about that. Sometimes you could just start overthinking and then your mind starts spiraling about how the situation is going to go and if this friend group is going to lead him to one thing to the next. And I don't need all that in my life. So I'm trying not to spiral out, because if there's one thing that I do know, everything is going to be okay. With that being said, I just want to talk to you guys about not losing that connection with your children while they transition, because I feel like I'm having, let me pause for a second while I put on my Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. Y'all know I love me some Danessa matte. This is my Yummy Skin tint in the shade 14, okay? Let me put this on. I have been really yummy skinning it all week, literally all week. In general, how many of you have gone through a transition like this already? I would appreciate it if you could drop me some comments below, share your thoughts and opinions with me. Let me know what it's like, how you felt, how did you get through it? Were your spiraling thoughts taking over you like they're taking over me? All right. So now that we have the Danessa Myricks on, honey, let me use my sponge to help me get that pushed into the skin. But let me continue to talk about this transition that's taking place and why I am feeling like I'm feeling and where all these thoughts came from, okay? So my daughter went to Prairie View and she graduated in December. And my son is getting ready to follow in her footsteps and he's going to go to Prairie View also. So this morning, I think I just got up and seeing his robe in my room. And I'm like, graduation, oh my God, this is happening all over again. So it got me to thinking, when she got there, she would call me, she would ask me questions, and we would talk. However, as she found roommates and she began to find herself, I would say, the text became less, the need to ask me questions became less. Okay, hold on. This is the Danessa Myricks Flex filter, and this is in the shade 15. But yeah, so the calls and everything became less. Now, it's not like I needed her to talk to me every single day, but I did want to know what was going on, because by the time she got to Prairie View, it was actually her second year, or second semester, I should say. So I had went through kind of this experience when she went to when she had her first semester, right? But it wasn't as bad because she was local and she maintained connection. Like, she was always calling me, talking to me, and we saw her quite often because she came home more. So I was like, not a big transition. It was like she was still here. But that transition a couple hours away made a big difference. And so with my son following in her footsteps and going to do the same thing, I'm just like, And he has a much different personality than what she does. So I'm just thinking to myself, his first year, yeah, he may call, he may need assistance with getting this and that and the third, but there's so many kids that's going from his high school that the transition may feel like a big old high school transition. I don't know if that's a good thing or if that's a bad. I don't want to lose the connection with him, because I do want to know what's going on, especially when he's that far away from me, because you have concerns. They're your kids still, and he will only be 18 years old. At 18 years old, did you know how to make good sound decisions? Probably not, because I wasn't making good sound decisions. Hell, I was getting pregnant. But what we have to understand, mamas, is that them going away is not them putting away. No, it is them finding themselves and learning how to be individuals. And I keep having to remind myself that my husband, he has it down pat. He ain't gonna worry not one bit. And if he does, he won't show it. But moms, we tend to mommy think for everybody and think about each and every situation. So as we get through our overthinking stage and processing every little thing, we just have to know that we've taught them well enough to take what we've given them and process it while they're out there and they're in the abyss, the distant abyss of school. They know what to do. That's me convincing myself. And to be quite honest, y'all, thinking about it, my daughter, whenever she went through anything, she would call And whenever I called her, she picked up the phone. So it's not like we just totally disconnected and I lost her at school. It's just that I had to get used to her not being a constant. And that's okay. I'll live. But with my son, he has been the child. I'm putting makeup. This is my Sephora MicroSmooth in Toffee, y'all. But for my son, he has been the most constant child, I would say, to keep us in the loop as far as his life throughout high school, because he's been so active in sports. We've had to be a part of everything. I think his personality just deals in his parents being very close to him. Now, I'm not going to tell you that there are not influences out there, because there are influences when they go to college, okay? There are influences when they go. And those influences will change the trajectory of what they are and aren't doing. There's nothing we can do about that. We just have to pray and go down there if we need to. There were some things I started to do with my daughter. I knew I didn't want to keep calling and invading her space. What you doing? What you doing? I didn't want to micromanage all of the decisions that she was making. I want to see if her plan, her actual ideas would work. And sometimes they really did. And it surprised me. But it also taught me that, mama, you not always right. And that's cool. So I tell my children, baby, mama could still learn. And I do. We can, mamas, we can learn. Hold on while I not poke myself in the eye while putting on my Urban Decay pencil. This is in the shade Demolition. Urban Decay has some really good eyeliner pencils. It don't take much for these to come off. Yeah, look at that. It's like, these are smooth like butter. Okay. And then before I continue my conversation, I just want to let you guys know I'm going to throw on my eye. I was going to say eyeliner. We just put on eyeliner, girl. I'm going to throw on my mascara. And this is going to be Sky High from Maybelline. This is a primer. It's a black primer. If you don't use a primer, what are you doing? I love using my primer. It helps my eyelashes show. And then I go with my lengthening mascara that I'm always talking about. This one is L'Oreal Telescopic. Love this stuff. Okay. And that's that on my, girl, y'all know we can't put on mascara and talk. So just give me one space once. But back to our conversation about the way I changed my approach to connecting with my daughter after she had left. Yeah. So, just stepping back, taking those moments to step back and allow her decisions to be her decisions, and just watching how they transpired, and taking a different approach by sending text messages instead of calling, trying to be a mommy helicopter. Yeah, nope, not doing that. And a part of that is just respecting their space. You know what I mean? That's giving them the opportunity to grow up while they are in a new environment. And they have to get out of being accustomed to living under your rules and in your space, and gain some independence as well. We know we love our children, but we also know we have to raise them to be independent. I-N-D. Sometimes I think that's easier said than done, to be quite honest. But it doesn't stop us from turning off our brains at night and always worrying and caring, because I'm telling you, I have, Life 360, and my daughter is a DJ. So if you don't know what that feels like, Lord have mercy. I'm going to give you a little snippet. My baby is all of, I'm going to put some more powder on. Oh, hold on. This is real important for me to tell you guys. I'm going to set my face down with a little more powder when it comes to this yummy skin in my T-zones, because I've been noticing at work lately, I've been getting very oily by lunchtime. So I'm going to set this down with a little more powder just to make sure that we are good. Normally, I would let it bake, but we're not doing that. So, I'm going to let it sit for a little bit. No, I'm not. Decisions. Back to what I was saying about my daughter, okay? She is a DJ, and my daughter is all of maybe 100 pounds. And she might be maybe like, Mama, I'm 102 pounds. Okay, 100 something pounds, okay? And hold on, sorry y'all, I want to spray myself in the eye, so I couldn't talk and spray myself with my Maybelline Make It Last fixing spray, okay? So, but yeah, she's all of like 102 pounds. And to see her zipping and zapping at college at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, my gosh, if your mommy senses didn't go up just now and the spikes on the back of your hair weren't like, what? Then you don't understand exactly what I was going through. Because, yeah, bro, very concerned. And I would always send a text message just to calm my nerves after we had listen, bring it in right here, because I'm going to tell y'all something that I had to sit down and we had to have a conversation, me and her dad. Baby girl, we love you. We care about you. And we just want to make sure that you're okay. We're not trying to invade your space. We just want to know that you're okay. So when we see you dipping and dabbing, all I want to do is be able to send you a text message and you respond back, letting us know you're okay. That was our deal, but we stuck to our deal. I'm here today to say my baby girl is good. She's safe. Nothing's happened to her. And she is going to be, like she set out to be, the world's most famous female DJ. So y'all go look her up. That is DJ Nine, baby. And she is amazing. Great. When I hear her DJ, I'm like, this is my child. I can't believe it. And she's awesome. So I said all that to say that even though we may overthink things and get all bent out of shape, it's going to be all right, mama. It's going to be all right. Now, hold on. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. So y'all know we have come to the portion where we do our hair. So let's touch these micro locks. And I will say, if this video has touched you like in any way, y'all, go ahead and share it with another mom that you think may be dealing with some overthinking or a kid getting ready to go to college, because y'all, we only have us. This is my water bottle. I do have a question though. Am I the only person that decides to leave tags on things until I truly know I'm gonna keep it for real? Y'all drop me a comment and y'all let me know at the bottom, because I feel like I'm not the only person that does this for some reason. My hair be itching so much in the morning. My legs with micro locks. Do y'all feel this? Let me brush my edges down. Oh, it feels so good. How often do y'all wash your hair? Because I don't think I wash my hair enough. It's not like a weekly basis. So, but this surely feels good. Yeah. All right. I think that is good. Yeah. I like it. Y'all, I'm getting gray hair. I have 2 gray hairs at the front of my hair. First world problems, right? I know. And I'm gonna put on these beautiful earrings that my cousin gave me because I think it goes perfectly with my entire outfit for today. But look at these earrings. They're gorgeous. If you can see how they match my jacket, you can just tell. And my pants are navy blue and my shirt is gold. So yes, I think these bring the entire look together. They say hello. Yes. Can I push y'all back a little bit so y'all can see a little bit? I'm gonna say this video has been really near and dear to me because I feel like I'm going through it. Like I'm processing my emotions still yet again. I'm seemingly processing my emotions a lot with you guys lately. And if this has resonated with you too, if you are an overthinker like me, then why not go ahead and share this video with someone else, and maybe it can help them out and process their thoughts too, and we can process together. Drop your comments below. Let me know how you are overcoming your thoughts, if anything that I've shared with you today in this video on how I've been dealing with some of what I've dealt with my daughter, or how I'm going to deal with it with my son. Let me know. Yeah. But don't forget to subscribe, because again, we're growing our community. And that's all, folks. All right. I'll see y'all